Hello everyone, this is Burnt Pancake. Today let's talk about all of the 6 stars in the Newbie banner. I'll talk through their strengths, weaknesses, showcase their iconic skills, as well as their voices and skins. Hopefully, I can help you better decide which 6 star to reroll for when you start playing the game. First, let's talk about how the Newbie banner works. You can pull a total of 20 times from the Newbie banner. They cost less at 380 items per pull, while the standard banners cost 600. And you're guaranteed at least one 6-star operator in the first 10 pulls and at least one 5-star in the next 10 pulls. Coupled with the 3,800 items they send out to new players, you can easily pull 10 times from the Newbie banner right at the beginning, allowing you to reroll efficiently if you don't get your dream operator. There are 10 6-star operators available at launch, but the Newbie banner contains only 6 of them. I'll talk about my understanding of them, showcasing their skills and skins to help you make an informed decision.
弾薬装填準備 OK リーダー、今日の配達物は何だい
Exusiai is a sniper, specifically the anti-air sniper type. That means she's cheap to deploy, shoots super fast and can dish out huge DPS to low armored enemies. Although her attack is not high enough to deal with high armored enemies efficiently. Anti-air snipers also prioritize attacking air units that cannot be stopped by regular means. They are an absolute must-have in your squad. The ability to dish out concentrated burst damage over an extended period is highly valued in Arknights. Stronger enemies came in waves, and when they do, you want your damage dealer to deal with them quickly. Exusiai's second and third skills can do just that. Some people say that Exusiai may fall off in the late game. That's simply not true. First off, all maps have low armored enemies and high armored ones. It falls to you to use your operators strategically. Anti-air snipers cost the least in all ranged operators and can be deployed super early to help with enemy early aggression, where they are usually low armored. Exusiai's skills make her attack at an unbelievable speed in an extended period. For example, in her third skill, she dishes out 5 attacks in a row for more than 50 seconds, dealing unholy amount of damage, and most enemies simply melt when entering her attack range. She also benefits hugely from buffs during skill activation period, since every buff will have 5 times the effect than being placed on other operators. Exusiai is great at both Elite 1 and Elite 2. It's actually justifiable to put off promoting her to Elite 2, since she at Elite 1 is already fully competent. That's how good she is.
暇つぶしならいい方法があるが、試してみるか。
SilverAsh is a guard that can do ranged attack. His attack range mirrors the shape of a man, showcasing his dominating masculinity. This allows him to damage both ground and air units, and sometimes you may just need him to kill off the drones flew past your snipers. He's fairly versatile at Elite 1. His second skill focuses on survivability, and when activated, he has defense on par with most defenders. Coupled with health regeneration, he can easily defend one road alone, or survive in the toxic fallout maps without additional healers. His full power can only be unleashed after Elite 2 by unlocking his third skill, True SilverAsh. It's an AoE attack with a huge attack range, DPS, and it lasts 30 seconds. It's game-breakingly OP, and if you have him, Elite 2 him as soon as possible. He's gonna make your life so much easier. Overall, he's a decent operator pre-Elite 2, but became game-breakingly OP afterwards.
逃げるがいい死ぬよりは腰抜けと呼ばれる方がまだマシだろうからな
Siege is the only 6-star vanguard in the game, and there have been no additional 6-star vanguards released on CN servers yet. She has great stats, boosting the highest defense and hit points across all vanguards. Her second skill dishes out AoE damage in a small radius, while also being the most efficient DP generation ability. As for deployment cost, she's on the heavy side for a vanguard, but she's well worth it. Her second skill generates points efficiently, will easily defend against enemy aggression. For most vanguards, you retreat them before mid-game because they don't have the stats to sustain late-game enemies. But Siege can comfortably stay on the battlefield until the very late. Vanguards are important in your squad composition. They are deployed first to generate deployment points and defend against early aggression. All stats matter for a vanguard. They must be sturdy enough to withstand early aggression, and their attack must be high enough to kill enemies quickly before they slip by. You might be forced to deploy healers or snipers super early to help if you don't have good vanguards, and with Siege, you can just put her down and deploy other operators at your own pace.
戦場は残酷だけど、ドクターをがっかりさせないように頑張るね。
Angelina is a support. Her attack slows enemies down, and she can provide some passive bonuses such as attack speed boost and health regeneration, both at a really insignificant rate. She's only good after Elite 2, where her surge skill can deal decent AoE damage on par with the caster. Her surge skill also lowers enemy weights, making some specialist operators push and pull skills more effective. This is a niche effect and can shift the battlefield greatly. Also, if you're using her second or third skill, she will only attack enemies during skill activation, which is fairly frequent but still leaves a lot of gap. You need other operators to fill in for her while she idles. This will be difficult to handle during early game where you don't have a strong squad. At the beginning of a CN server, Angelina is regarded as the worst 6-star. As time passes, more and more people realize that she's actually pretty good after Elite 2. Her slowing attacks are essential in dealing with some of the bulky, dangerous enemies. That being said, she's not a straightforward character and not fit for early game.
最近新顔が増えてまいりました。身の回りには十分お気をつけください。
Hoshiguma is an attack-focused defender. Although it sounds counterintuitive, you need those kinds of operators in some situations. Defenders usually block 3 enemies, and if you can't clear mobs quickly enough, enemies may still slip away. Her surge skill came in handy in these situations, especially when you need her to tank a road without DPS support. That being said, these situations are rare and most of the time, you only need your defender to tank. In the early game, the demand for defender stat is not that high, and she can be easily substituted by other defenders. In mid-game, you can even make do by placing high-level guards in place of defenders. Being a 6-star, she does have more defense and hit points combined than other defenders, and in the late game, the demand for high-stat defender will become real, and only then will Hoshiguma outperform other defenders.
どれほどの罪を重ねてきても、その命と共に塵に帰るでしょう。
Shining is a single target healer. Her skills focus on raising your operator's defense. In Arknights, damage output ability rules overwhelming attack. The smart or easier way is usually to slow it down and kill it with burst damage. Especially in the late games, such enemies are simply not designed to be tanked, but to be killed in smart ways. Meanwhile, all of the 5-star single-target healers are really good and have unique abilities worth training even if you already have Shining. I wouldn't recommend starting the game with Shining being your only 6-star. She simply just doesn't help you as much as other 6-stars. If you really like her, consider re-rolling at least another 6-star operator with her together. Thank you for watching. This is Burnt Pancake and I hope you enjoyed it. Please consider leaving a like and subscribing for more Arknights content. I'll see you next time.